Indy, pull up Onimusha, Way of the Sword.
Certainly, Mr. Fix.
Welcome to the Fix XX, the true pulse of the gaming scene. I'm your host, coming to you live from the frozen moon of Ganymede. Today we have a massive breakdown. The current gaming landscape of 2026 is getting wild. Sony and Microsoft just dropped their big summer showcases, and looking at the comparison from just a year ago, it's night and day. We have Microsoft desperately trying to claw their way back to what made Xbox great, while Sony is doubling down on gynocentric games and cutting corners left and right. Meanwhile, Valve is just patiently stalking in the shadows, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. I never thought I'd see the day where the gaming industry turned into a straight-up soap opera. But look, stick around to see why Onimusha completely cuts through the noise, and why it is a certified day one purchase. Roll the intro. Capcom has been dropping absolute banger after banger. They are single-handedly proving that Japanese AAA development is alive, well, and kicking teeth in. They have one of the tightest, most optimized engines in the entire industry with the RE engine. It is like Capcom literally cannot be stopped. They gave us Pragmata, a game so visually stunning it made internet models question their life choices. They dropped a Resident Evil remake that absolutely smashed the charts. And now, they are unleashing Onimusha, Way of the Sword. Seriously, can anyone stop these guys? Let's talk about Way of the Sword. All the gameplay you are seeing right now is from the Windows demo over on Steam. What we have here is a strong masculine hero, backed by a phenomenal voice track and wrapped in pure, professional polish. The swordplay is going to give you major Ghost of Tsushima vibes, but the Devil May Cry DNA absolutely shines through the moment you hit combat. The timed blocks might give you slight flashbacks to the Arkham series, but Way of the Sword completely stands on its own merit. The English voice acting is incredibly well done, and the world looks and sounds deeply immersive. The demo is short, but the moment you play it, you can tell Capcom didn't cut a single corner. Now let's unpack the flip side of the industry. Sony Santa Monica just showed off a project that is currently in early development, God of War, Laufey, and wow, they lazily swapped out a legendary male protagonist for his wife. Now, I didn't get to play this demo myself, but I have some thoughts on what we all observed. We have a character in a high fantasy world that is supposed to be set in the distant ancient past, yet the characters are speaking in ultra-modern Twitter-tier dialogue. On top of that, we have an obviously scaled-down main character. Her features were explicitly toned down to appeal to modern corporate audiences, making her completely unappealing to the core player base. And then there is the sidekick, a lazy, uninspired, literal geometric cube. When this gelatinous block meets our completely edgeless main character, it literally says, "Hi, my name is Frank." Really? Frank? God of War, Laufey needs some massive overhauls before release. Because right now, it looks like a cheap, lazy AAA project, where the parent company explicitly said, yeah, we aren't bankrolling this past a certain dollar amount. So the developers just cut major corners. Let's get a real game back on the screen. Now, I didn't play any audio dialogue from that Sony trailer, because frankly I don't need a copyright strike just for criticizing Sony's cringe writing. In sharp contrast, Capcom and other Asian developers keep it completely real. They make sure the dialogue actually matches the setting, and that every character has an accurate, high-quality physical representation. If I didn't know any better, I'd say Sony is bleeding cash from forcing these corporate styles into their games, and they are aggressively cutting corners just to stop the bleeding. But hey, I'm just a space ninja. What do I know? Onimusha, Way of the Sword drops on September 29th this year for $69.99. It is coming to every single major platform, except the Nintendo Switch 2. The only real catch for the PC version is the inclusion of de nouveau anti-cheat software. For that reason alone, I highly recommend picking this up physically on your Xbox Series X or PlayStation 5. As of right now, the demo does not run on Linux, but that should change by launch. Pragmata runs on the exact same engine, uses de nouveau, and runs flawlessly on Linux. So this one likely will too. Right now, you can go download and enjoy this demo for yourself on Steam for Windows. Oh, and last but definitely not least, We have to talk about the savior of the Xbox fanboys, Asha Sharma. She put together a summer showcase that would have been considered totally average 5 years ago. But by today's abysmal standards, it was head and shoulders above the competition. They showed off Gears of War E-Day. No out-of-pocket girl bosses, no corporate pandering, just pure, explosive, action-packed mayhem. They also teased what looks to be a massive return to form for Doom. In my opinion, Asha's biggest hurdle right now is managing a division with way too many classic IPs. Microsoft owns so many historic properties that they literally don't know what to do with them. I watched that entire showcase thinking, where is Diablo? Where is Overwatch? Personally, I think Microsoft needs to sell off some of those stagnant IPs and focus entirely on their core strengths. That would finally let us get new entries from franchises that have been completely missing in action for years. But all in all, if you are looking for a game that is actually worth your $70, Capcom has you completely covered. Go check out Onimusha, Way of the Sword. That is it for the Fix XX, the true pulse of the gaming scene. Peace.
Oh, nicely done! I'll never get sick of this! Let's go, Musashi! Got you!
Go back to hell.